Do you have concerns about your child's speech, language, swallowing, or hearing ability? Know that children in schools are eligible to receive audiology or speech language pathology services at no additional cost to families. These services are provided through federal laws. One of the laws is the Individuals with Disabilities Education Improvement Act of 2004. Another is a civil rights law, Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. These laws ensure that services are provided to students under what's called free appropriate education. We're going to focus today on special education services, which is IDA related services, because most students who receive those services under special education. As a parent, you may have questions about the special education process. Some of the questions that we hear are, how do I get my child involved in special education? And once they're in special education, how is progress tracked? How is success determined? And then how do we know when services should end under special education? We're going to talk more about that process and hope to answer some of those questions today.
The first step in identifying students for speech, language, or audiological services in a school is an evaluation. Parents or caregivers can contact their local home school and speak with an administrator, such as a principal, to express their concerns about their child. The other way that an evaluation can be triggered is if staff members in a school indicate that they have concerns about a student. In either case, an evaluation will be conducted, and then the results of that evaluation will be compiled into a report. At the end of the process, the report will be shared with the family and relevant staff members to indicate strengths and weaknesses.
Once the evaluation is completed, the school will contact the family to convene a meeting. Participants in the meeting could include, of course, the parents, speech-language pathologist, audiologist, classroom teacher, special education teacher, principal, and they'll discuss the results of the evaluation and determine if the child requires special education services. If the child does not require special education services, the family could, of course, appeal that decision. If the child does require special education services, the next step in the process is to create an individualized education program.
An individualized education program, also known as an IEP, is the legal and binding document that details special services a child will receive in school in order to be educated along with his same-age peers. IEPs include goals that target the disability area. Examples of communication goals might be understanding complex directions, producing speech sounds correctly, or using a hearing aid or other amplification device independently. The IEP also details what kind and how much service will be delivered and where those services will take place. It may be in a classroom, a therapy room, or both. The IEP is the roadmap, or guide, if you will, for the child's school year. And parents are a very important part of the IEP team. They provide programming input, progress on goals, and support at home.
Tracking a child's progress towards their IEP goals is ongoing. Parents receive progress notes at every report card period. On or before the child's IEP date, the IEP team meets to discuss the child's goals and progress and writes a new IEP. Again, parents have the opportunity to attend the meeting or send some feedback in writing. During this time, the IEP team discusses whether the child's services and goals should remain the same or change for the next year.
Some children receive special education services for a short period of time, perhaps a year. Others may receive services for many years and have many IEPs. The decision to end special education services should be an IEP team decision. Remember, as a parent, you're an important part of that IEP team. Two of the most common reasons that we end the special education services is because, one, the student has met his or her goals, which is what we're hoping for. But in some cases, the child is not progressing, and so the IEP team has to come together and make different decisions about how to support that child. Remember, with the help of an audiologist or speech-language pathologist in partnership with other school personnel and the parent, that child can achieve their greatest potential.